been accepted to ESADE in Barcelona, Spain. The international business school ranked #1 by the Wall Street Journal. Matt has previous international experience, and he's out to get more.
It's true. I do have international experience gained during my undergrad. I spent a semester abroad in Sweden and went on to take summer school in France. I learned more about myself and the world around me than I ever thought possible. Now I'm ready to go back and build on those experiences.
I was born in USSR, in the capital of Tatarstan Republic, Kazan. In August 1991, on the day of Putsch, me and my mother were leaving for Israel. Tanks were crossing the streets of Moscow. We were scared that borders of the country would be closed again, as it had happened in the past, and we would not be let go out. A cheerful bodyguard at the airport asked us what our attitude to the new authority was. We told him that we supported, so we seemed to find the right answer. 16 years later, I returned to Moscow to study animation, cinema and directing. The country I was born in didn't exist anymore. A lot of things have changed.
Naturally, I have lost sleep over this. And so I tossed and turned in my bed, hoping that brilliant ideas would come to me. But when that didn't work out, I decided to call a few old friends for some advice. But strangely, I couldn't get in touch with any of them and was sent to voicemail. So how do I even begin to convey my passion for all things Italian in 5 minutes? That's the challenge. I came up with all sorts of concepts.
You are traveling through another dimension. A dimension not only of one-way tickets, but of passports and questionable airplane food. A journey into a wondrous land of culture, history, and adventure. You board this plane with a suitcase full of hope for experiences you will never forget. Pack your bags. Next stop, the travel zone.
Wondering what next I should take on my continued education. So many paths out there for me. Strategic studies paves the way on for international liaisons, and I do love traveling. And maybe if I can do this, I can finally win at risk. Maybe then I'll be the queen. So watch out, Scotland, I've already made my plan. Your castles and your history, from Balmoral on to Calais. Here I come, Aberdeen, I'm ready for anything. I still feel incomplete. Teach me all you have to teach.
Oh, groovy, baby. Yeah.
So I'm John Moore and I'm from Terre Haute. I met this British bloke who set me up afloat. He told me about this life which really seemed nice. He asked me wanna join and I said, yeah baby! I went up to Janice, I asked her what the plan, and she showed me some pictures of this really cool campus. I went back home, watched the video, checked out a school that was next to Liverpool.
My name is Lê Hữu Cát Tuong. I'm 20 years old, and I'm a accounting student at Miraclestar Community College in Oceanside, California. Being an international student in the United States has allowed me to travel to places and experience things I never thought I would grow up in Vietnam. I've been here for almost 2 years, and since then, I've never had a trip back to my family in Vietnam. Since the day I left Vietnam, my father was diagnosed with cancer. So this is the bell that my father got it when he was in China. And with the bell, before I go to America, he gave me the bell and told me that with the bell, you can use this bell and go ring it in the new land, which means that I will need to make him proud. I should make a mark and get people know that I'm a strong person, that I can do this. And every time I go, I bring it with me because it reminds me of my dad very much, and that he's always beside me to tell me that I'm a strong girl.
Since we only got 4 years to stay in the USA, we decided to travel.
Where do we run?
Since the past 3 years, I've been traveling all around the United States with my friends. We drove for hours and hours just to discover new places that we haven't been to.
Right back on that line.
But I'm kind of person who likes videography, so wherever I go, I'll always carry my camera with me, and these are some of the clips that I recorded when I was traveling with my friends.
Danielle Boxill, and welcome to my illustrated story. I was born in America, but when I was still a baby, I was brought to Trinidad and Tobago, the birthplace of my parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, and you get the picture. I have lived in my country, Trinidad, for all my life, as far back as I can remember. Living here has given me an appreciation for different cultures. In Trinidad, there's Chinese, Indian, African, Spanish, all mixed up in one. I also love stories, mysteries, action, suspense, not romance.
And I thought, what do I regret the most if I died that day? Yeah, traveling. Work, right. So in order to get money for my travel, I had to work. Anyway, this is my job. I work as a luthier, that is someone who makes and repairs strings instruments music. And when I'm done, I got money from my work, started to plan my trip, grab my passport, then go to travel. So far so good, everything is different than before. I've been traveling to many countries, but it wasn't enough accomplishment for a guy like me.
Let me tell you about me. I was born right by the sea, I'm from Mexico in the south, where the palm trees sway with glee. And I always had a dream, learn to play the violin, 'cause I knew that it would take me to places I'd never seen. So I practiced every day and joined an orchestra to play. I saved all my little money to come to the USA. What a difficult decision, it took courage and ambition, but I said goodbye and came to my college audition. I'm accepted, I am in. You don't know how much this means for a girl of humble roots. There's no better prize to win. I'm just a little girl who wants to see the whole world. We get one chance in life, I want to see it.
In 2016, I moved to Bali, alone, to challenge myself. I'm working in a big company with higher salary, but even after a year, I still don't get the answer. Even though I'm doing what I love to do as a graphic designer, I illustrate, make animation sometimes, everything that I love. But something still feels missing, as if I got unfulfilled duty. Then I found this magic word, ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese term which means a reason to wake up in the morning. By extension, it means a reason to live, a life purpose, a vision. I guess that's what I don't get yet. I'm living, moving, but I have no direction. So I'm wandering purposeless, and that's the missing part. I feel something unfulfilled inside of me. I meant to do something more with my talent and ability and my life. An ikigai is a combination of your talent, passion, and what the world needs.
So, due to all these issues, graduating here nowadays poses a great challenge. I've been living here for so long that sometimes it's easy to forget that there's more out there for me to live, for me to see. Then one day, I heard of a city called Winnipeg in Canada. Something about it really inspired me, and from that moment on, I just knew I had to go there. I've never felt so connected with anything like this before. Neither one of my parents got the chance to go to college. My father has always been a hardworking man to provide for me to have the chance to go to a great college. So when I got my letter of acceptance, I couldn't be more grateful.
When I grew up and became a teenager, I got my first professional camera, and that's what triggered my passion. Driven by my excitement for this new hobby, I started to research a lot to work with my new camera. I got into capturing more and more photos, which ultimately started to sell on Getty Images. Actually, before getting into photography, I was making a lot of home videos, which transitioned into my another passion for visual effects. I was having a lot of fun making these at my home. But harsh reality gave me a tight slap in the face. As time rapidly passed, my parents were worried about my career. And I was asked, "What do you want to study in college?" I did not really thought about that well enough, so I went with whatever was popular, computer science engineering. I was a really confused boy, searching for my place in this world and wanting to live up to my family's expectations. My college choice quickly turned out to be a wrong decision. I hated every second going there. So eventually I dropped out after the first year and jumped to Pune in order to finally pursue what I loved.